In this video, we're going to talk about these guys right here, the Galaxy Buds from Samsung. We're going to talk about whether or not these are worth the price, talk about the sound, and I'm also going to run you guys through the software that you get through the Samsung Galaxy Wearables app. Now, as always, time codes are down in the description below. We're going to start with some disclaimers, the good, the bad, and finish off with my conclusion. So, let's get the disclaimers out of the way. How did I come across these? I got them for free when I bought my Galaxy S10 Plus. Something else that I think is worth noting, I'm actually not hanging on to these. I'm selling them to a buddy of mine who really wanted them because I don't really need them. So I didn't use them that extensively. That said, I do still feel qualified to talk about them. I had the predecessor to these, the Gear Icon X 2018, so I kind of know my way around the headphones, and obviously it doesn't take that long to figure out how good they sound. So diving in, let's see what you get in the box as we talk about the good things with these headphones. The packaging is pretty solid, pretty simple, which I like. You get this little box right here, which just has your USB-C charging cable, as well as some extra ear tips and these extra ear hooks. So if you have bigger ears or smaller ears, you got some extra ear hooks right there. Go ahead and file this to the side. And this is the star of the show, the Galaxy Buds and their charging case. Now the charging case itself, I actually think is a positive to these headphones. It feels really premium, nice, soft touch plastic. I think it's a really classy look and it's not that big either. In addition to the look and feel, USB-C charging. That's a huge positive in my opinion because most phones nowadays use USB-C to charge, so you don't have to carry around two separate cables. Now the next thing I like is the pairing, and you guys obviously can't see this because you're not using them yourself, but when you take these out of the case, if they're already paired, they'll automatically pair to your phone. Really nice touch, in my opinion, from Samsung. And another big positive with the pairing, if you've ever used some wireless earbuds like this before, you know that some companies will do a right primary earbud and a left secondary earbud. Now what that basically means is if you just want to use one at a time, you have to use the right. You can't just use the left independently. Because what your phone's doing is taking all of that music information, sending it to the right earbud, and then that's being transferred over to the left earbud. I don't really understand that, but that's not what you get here with these headphones. You can use both of them independently. I did test that. Just take one out at a time and pair it if you want. You take one out and you decide, you know what, I want the second one in. Take the second one out, it pairs and syncs up pretty quickly. So far so good. Carrying case is solid, pairing solid. You can use them both independently. Now the next and probably most important thing is the sound. They're tuned by AKG, they've been hyped up a lot, and there's been a lot of positive things that I've seen on them on YouTube. And I can confirm they do sound pretty good. Out of the box, you get a nice balanced EQ. You can tweak that, which we'll get into in a little bit with the app, but they do sound good. I do think it's worth noting, specifying what good means. They sound good. They sound like a pair of $100 or $130 truly wireless earbuds, but they don't punch above their weight class. And here's what I mean by that. They're truly wireless earbuds, so getting sound and getting volume is pretty tough to do on earbuds like this. I have some wired Sennheiser earbuds that cost about 60 bucks back when they came out, and they sound really solid. These sound about on par with those. That's not a knock on these at all. Those earbuds sound great. It's just trying to let you guys know that, yeah, you've seen a lot of positive stuff on these online. I feel like it just kind of gets lost that these are truly wireless earbuds. They're not expected to sound as good as wired earbuds. So again, that's not a knock on these at all, just wired earbuds are going to sound better in general. So if you want to spend a little bit less money, get some wired earbuds, by all means do that, but wireless definitely has some benefits. Next up is touch controls. Now again, this is kind of hard to show you guys in a video, but here, this glossier surface there on the outside, you do have touch controls on these, which is a must for truly wireless earbuds in my opinion. Fast forward, skip, volume up, down, play, pause. Gonna take a little bit of getting used to probably, but it's there and it's done pretty well in my opinion. Next is the fit and the seal in your ear. So this is gonna kind of vary person to person. You might have to play with the extra tips that I showed you guys earlier, but the seal in ear was pretty good. I put them in my ears, shook my head side to side, couldn't get them to fall out. So if you want to wear them to the gym or something like that, by all means go for it. Now the last positive, and this is a pretty big one, is the software you get with these. And you should see this coming up on your screen right about now. Samsung's app gives you a lot of different options with these headphones. You can tweak the EQ even dynamically if you want to. That's actually where I left it. Not entirely sure what it does, but the dynamic EQ sounded the best in my opinion. And like I said earlier in the video, these are pretty balanced out of the box. So if you're somebody who really wants that extra bass, you listen to a lot of hip hop or rap, go ahead and turn on the bass boost and it's actually surprisingly good. So that's all the good stuff. Now I've only got 3 negatives to say about these and they're pretty subjective, so they might not even matter to you, but hey, I felt like they should be called out. So number 1, volume. These just don't get loud enough for me. I mean, for truly wireless earbuds, they get relatively loud, but objectively, they're not loud, if that makes sense. Like compared to some wired headphones or over-the-ear headphones, they're not going to get anywhere near as loud. Now, some of you are probably like, well, duh, I don't expect them to get as loud. But for those of you out there who have never had truly wireless earbuds, I think it's worth calling out. Number 2, and this is the primary reason that I'm not keeping them, comfort. Now this is the most subjective thing that I've called out in this video, the comfort. It's going to vary person to person, obviously. And I had the Gear Icon X 2018, and since these are a very similar design, I knew they just weren't going to be that comfortable for me. Now I don't really know what it is that makes these uncomfortable for me, but they just are. Something about the shape or weight, I don't know. The seal is good, don't fall out of my ears at all, but the comfort's just not there for me. And again, this is incredibly subjective. This is going to vary from person to person, but that's the primary reason why I'm not keeping these. The final negative, you only get 7 hours of playback from the carrying case. So the headphones themselves give you 6, which is pretty solid, but the carrying case only gives you 7. So that means you basically get 1 extra charge, and that's it. Now compared to other things on the market in this price range, that's pretty subpar. Now does it matter to you? Really depends on you. You know, it's just something I felt like needed called out because there's been a lot of overwhelmingly positive things said about these, and rightfully so. Just these are a couple things that I think you guys need to know before dropping $100 on these. All right, conclusion time. If you didn't buy an S10 or S10 Plus and you really want these headphones, just wait for another week or 2. I looked them up on eBay because that's really the only place you can get them at the moment, and they're going for well over $150. So if you want these, just hold off for another week or 2 and buy them at retail for $130. Now, some of the things that I called out probably seem kind of petty, but hey, this is my experience with the headphones and the stuff that I think you guys need to know about. Overall, if you're in the market for some new headphones and you want truly wireless earbuds and you got about $100 to spend, these are a great option. If it wasn't for the comfort factor, I'd be hanging on to these. They sound great, they look pretty sleek, they definitely feel like a premium product, just the comfort's not quite there for me. But again, that's very subjective. So that's going to do it for this one. Let me know if you plan on picking these up in the comments down below. I really wanted the black pair personally, but Samsung just sent me a free pair. Again, free pair. And the white ones are the ones that they sent me, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because I'm not hanging on to them. So that does it for this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the Galaxy Buds? Do you think they're worth the money? What do you think about the shape and all that other fun stuff? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.